A lot of the tactics that we've taken a look at lately, and the ones that are to come in the next week or two, are going to look fairly similar. Sadly, this one's no different. So let's just jump in and see what's going on. This one is called the 4222 Golden Mean version 2. There is some notes in here saying it is still the front pressure setting of DMS plus DMS. In my opinion, such a defensive midfield combination can even make some key settings of the tactical attack panel becoming very similar in effect. I have no idea what this means. I don't know if it's translated through Google or something, but if you can read it and understand it, go ahead. There is no focus play down the left or the right or overlap on the left and the right. Any way you set it up is great. The problem, of course, is the weak defense in the middle. I use this pair in the better formation in the online version, which is very pressing in attack, but it does cause problems in defense. In any case, this defensive midfield setup can be applied to many formations and many results in high test scores. So they did use it with Man City, of course, 98 points, 139 goals. Obviously, though, Man City has a fantastic defense, a fantastic offense, so we're going to test it out with a couple of different teams, Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League, and our championship side of Ipswich Town, to kind of get that broader spectrum of what possibly could happen. So we're going to jump into the Premier League right now and see how it worked for them. Well, Liverpool come in first. I mean, it's kind of what they've been doing lately for the most part. 93 points, though, tied with Man City there. 124 goals, a little bit down from Man City's test, but Aston Villa in third with 74 points, 87 goals. I will say third place is phenomenal, but it seems like it was a little bit down period of the Premier League. That place, that positioning, that points tally is kind of on their average. Liverpool in the domestic cups out against Brentford in the Carabao Cup fourth round in penalties 0-0. They do get to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, but 1-2 against Arsenal is where you drop out. However, they do storm absolutely through the Europa League, get to the final, beat Marseille 7-0. That is insane. So overall, you have two fantastic trophies, which is a great season to start with. However, FA Cup, the Carabao Cup especially, you could have done a little bit better, I would hope. Squad-wise, they do have some green in there. We've seen more, but we've seen less. So goals, 32 for Salah, 30 for Jota, 25 for McAllister, and 20 for Nunez. Nunez only getting 20, wow. But only 27 starts and 20 off the bench. Assists, 29 for Trent, 25 for Robertson. And then average ratings, Trent actually gets the tops with 7.35, as does Szoboszlai. And as we switch our sights to Aston Villa in the domestic cups, Carabao Cup third round, immediately they're out 0-1 against Fulham. And then they get to the FA Cup quarters just like Liverpool, but lose out to Chelsea this time, 1-3. And they have a phenomenal run through to the Europa Conference League final as well, and an absolute 4-0 thrashing over Lille. So again, third place in the Premier League is fantastic, even though their goals and their points are kind of on the average mark. Winners of the Conference League is phenomenal. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup, again, Liverpool did fairly well too. But Carabao Cup, yeah, that sucked. Squad-wise, green, but I mean, it's still, I don't know. I don't know what to say with them anymore. 32 goals for Ollie Watkins is phenomenal. Assists, 17 for Moreno, and then average rating, Moreno gets a 7.32. I mean, they've gotten a lot less on average in the green, so that's not bad. Data hub for Liverpool, you can see the attacking side is there. Defensively, they are probably a little bit down from their usual. Goals per game in general performance, 3.26 is through the flippin' roof. 1.21 conceded, 1.21 XG against is about average. Aston Villa not doing too badly themselves. Attacking wise, they are down a little bit in the shots per game, goals per game, dribbles per game. Defensively, they're kind of on par with their own average, but goals per game, 2.29, 1.21 conceded. Wow, that's actually tied for Liverpool. Not bad. XG against 1.34. Premier League stats, 2.45 points per game for Liverpool. Aston Villa with 1.95. Most goals, Liverpool with 124 through the roof. Aston Villa 87. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 331. Aston Villa with 420. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 53%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 640, 622 for Aston Villa. And most shots for it, Liverpool with 745. That's an absolutely phenomenal result. But 580 for Aston Villa in second. But now, of course, it did well for Ipswich Town as well in the championship. 116 points is phenomenal. 160 goals is one of the best we've ever seen. Domestic cups for Ipswich. Carabao Cup fourth round, they're out 1-2 against Burnley. And then FA Cup, they get to the fifth round, but lose out against Arsenal 1-3. So overall, I mean, clearly the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, they're not going to get all that far usually, and they just don't here. But it's about average. Sky Bet Championship, though, fantastic. Squad-wise, you have a ton of green for this team. That is phenomenal to see. But goals, 36 for Hurst, 21 for Chaplin. Ali Halmadi has 20 himself. 44 assists for Leif Davis. Insane. And Leif Davis, of course, with a 7-8-0. George Hurst even gets a 7-6-3. They have a ton above 7-4, 7-3. Wow. Championship stats, 2.52 points per game. Most goals in first with 160. I mean, that is insane. Even Norwich and Southampton get above 100, which is phenomenal for them. Fewer shots against in first with 356. Most possession, they make the list with 54%. Most dribbles made in 6 with 712. And most shots for 872. But now let's take a look at the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, wings backs on the left and the right in attack, ball playing defenders in the central spots, 2 DMs in support, 2 shadow strikers in attack, and 2 advanced forwards in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with is fairly wide, approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, and focus play down the left and right, which is weird because it says there's no focus play down the left and right or overlap on the left and right. But I guess you could take that out and it still works, possibly, or maybe it's more on the individual player instruction side. I don't know, but it is there. You can see it. Passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, and step up more. But now overall, how did it do for our 3 teams? I think Ipswich Town fared absolutely the best in this whole thing. They did a phenomenal result, 116 points, 160 goals. Now, just remember, this is the assistant coaches and coaching staff taking care of everything for me. I am on holiday throughout the entire season. I am doing absolutely nothing. So, if you took control of this, you could do a lot better than this. There's still some room to grow from here with Ipswich Town, but I think overall, you don't need to do much. Liverpool and Aston Villa, I mean, Liverpool doing phenomenal. 93 points is definitely higher than their usual. 124 goals as well. Aston Villa could use a little pick-me-up. But overall, I think all 3 teams did a great job with this. Liverpool did have some defensive woes. What is it, 1.21 conceded? So that is definitely higher than their average. You might need to not find some pieces because they got a pretty stacked defense there. But you might need to find some other ways to kind of get them to stop conceding a couple here and there. But overall, they're still tops in the chart with not conceding all that much. I think it's a great tactic to take a look at if you've got the players. It's one to at least try out and see how it works for you. And if you did, let us know how it worked for you down below. But here it worked very well. But that's it for me, Savvy FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.